Okay, good morning, guys. Have you ever wished something so much but it seems impossible, so you don't even try to get it? Well, for me, I have experienced this a lot of times, but just to a specific point in my life. Before that point, I was like a daydreamer person, and I really wished a lot of things, but I didn't even try to get them because I thought it was like too impossible to approach that. But then I met, this book, The Secret, by Rhonda Byrne. Maybe you know about this book because it's so popular. Some people criticize this book and other people love this book. I love this book because it really helped me to change my life. So today I will talk to you about the power of the secret. I will tell you about the author, the writer of the book. I will tell you what the book says, like what's about. And at the end I will tell you the secret in my life. I will tell you some stories about me and why I do believe in this book. So let's start first with the author so you can understand in the moment she wrote it and all that kind of things. So this is the writer, she's Rhonda Byrne. Byrne, I don't actually know how to pronounce that name in English because in Spanish it would be just Byrne. She was born in 1944 in Melbourne, Australia. And she's a TV writer and producer. So she wrote this book in 2006, but she had the idea in 2004 because she was like so depressed and passing for a very difficult family situation. And her daughter gave her a book. And after she read this book, she was inspired to write a better one, like a better version, and with things that she learned of this book and other things in her life. So then it took her like 2 years to write the book. So now that we know about the author, I will talk to you about the book. So The Secret talks mostly about the law of attraction. This means that, for example, everything you think, it will come true. Or if you have a positive mind, positive things will come to your life. But if you have negative thoughts, your life won't be that good. Because we always call the things that we're thinking, because of the universe and the energies and all that kind of things. I think this is pure energy, and I don't know if you believe in that, but I do. Some people even think that this book, not this book, but like the law of attraction, can cure big diseases like cancer, for example. And it seems that impossible, but let's see how it worked personally in my life. So, okay, my first story is about a guitar. I was young, and I played guitar, as you know, and I really wanted a very expensive guitar, but it's not even in Chile, my own country. So for me, it was impossible to get that guitar. And after I read the book, I didn't believe that much in the book, but I say like, okay, I will try with a little thing and a concrete thing, so I will just think of the guitar. So the book works like you have to really think that you already have what you want. For example, if I wanted the guitar, I have to ask for it, then believe that I already have it, and then just receive it. And it sounds so simple, but I didn't believe in that, so I started thinking like, yeah, I have my guitar. And when I went to sleep, you always think things before sleeping, so I was thinking just about this guitar, and I was like, yeah, tomorrow I will wake up and I will play my beautiful guitar. It's an Fender acoustic. I don't know if you know about guitars, but it's perfect. So yeah, so 3 days like that, I was like that. And the 4th day, my mom came to me and she told my siblings and me that we were going to United States, like a family trip to Orlando and Miami. And yeah, of course I was happy because I love traveling. So once I arrived there, I went to a music store because I just wanted to buy a capo. I don't know if you know what's a capo. It's the thing that you put on your guitar to change the tone. And when I was paying it, the seller was on his computer and he was like, oh, and I was like, what? and he told me, "You're the like the person who buys this capo number, blah, blah, blah." I don't even remember. But he told me, "You just want a free guitar in this store." And I was like, "What?" So he told me, "Yeah, you can choose the most expensive ones that are here, but you can choose here." And there was my dreaming guitar, so of course I chose that. I couldn't believe it, and I said, "No, maybe this is just lucky." So that's me with my guitar in my house. It's beautiful, and I really miss it. I couldn't bring it to here because it was sweet. So that's the first story. But I was still like not believing that much. I said like, no, maybe it's just lucky. Then, okay, so that was the first story. Another story is that I met a friend online. It wasn't on like online date apps or things like that. It was just, I love Adele, the singer, and I was playing on Twitter something to win like a pack, like a CD, posters, t-shirts. And then I met a friend there. We didn't win, but anyway, I met her, and we kept talking like for 3 years. She's from Venezuela. She's my same age, and I really, really wanted to meet her, but it was like impossible because she was from another country, and we met online. So my mom, she didn't know that I talked to her. But I really wanted to meet her, and my mom told me one day, I was 15 years, and she told me, "Hey, you have good marks, and you're doing very well with your school, and blah, blah. So now your 15th birthday is coming, so choose something like a party or a trip." And I told her, "Okay, I want to go to Venezuela to meet this friend." And she was so surprised because she didn't know that I talked to her. So at the beginning she was like worried, but then I applied the secret again. And I started thinking that I already had the tickets and the hotel and I could meet her. And 2 days after, she told me, she gave me a letter, and I opened it, and there were the tickets. And I told her, like, "What's this?" I couldn't understand because I was like shocked. And she told me, "Yeah, I was thinking about these, and the tickets were so low price, like in discount, so I just bought it, so we're going to meet your friend next month." And that's me with my friend in the airport of Caracas. That's the capital city of Venezuela. After this, I had, not me, but my classmate had a really, really big fight, and we were all so mad at each other, and it was a really huge fight. I was thinking at that time that we couldn't like be friends again, because it was a really big problem. But in a nutshell, I applied the secret again, and we're all like friends again, and everything's okay. And well, not all of you were here when I did my last presentation, but I told you, the ones who were here, that it was so difficult for me to say that I like girls to my family. But then I told you guys that I read a lot, and I read this book too, so it helped me a lot with my family. So there, my sister was taking the picture, but this is my grandma, my brother, and my parents. And this book helped me a lot to accept that. But the most difficult time that I had, and I think that this book helped me, it was 2014, because I suffered panic attacks because of stress. I was so stressed because, as you know, I write essays for people in the university, and I was studying for the PSU, that is the test that you need for to apply to the university in Chile. So I don't know, and I was having a lot of family problems, so I was really stressed, and I had a lot of panic attacks. I couldn't even go to the mall, or sometimes I couldn't go to school or use the public transportation because it was, I got stressful so easily. And this caused me another disease that I tried to look for the name because I don't know the name in English, but I couldn't find it. I will find it, and I will tell you after. But this disease was causing that I couldn't move my hands. So it was difficult for me to write or play guitar or catch things. And the doctor told me that I couldn't move my hands anymore. And this was like my whole world was like going down because my hands for me are everything. I write, handwriting, I love handwriting and playing guitar. And actually I learned how to play guitar because my grandma she played the guitar. And when I was like 10 years old, she had arthritis, so she couldn't move her hands. And so I learned guitar to play to her because she couldn't even play anymore, so I learned to play to her. So while she's like watering the grass or washing dishes, I play guitar and I love that. So it was terrible for me that I couldn't move my hands anymore. After that, I read The Secret again, and I tried to apply that to my life. I tried to think that it would work because I wouldn't lose anything not believing in that. So I just started believing that it would work. And I don't know if it was The Secret or other thing, but now I can move my hands. And I don't know, it was like a miracle. So I don't know actually if it was The Secret, but I would like to think that it was because it has worked in my life. So now I'm pretty good. Now I have told you about the power of The Secret, about the author a little, The Secret Rebel, that you have to ask, believe, and receive it. And the secret in my life, how did it work for me? And I think it will be still working because I feel pretty sure about that. So now, maybe you don't believe it, but you don't lose nothing if you try it. So I recommend you to read it and just try to experience this. So ask, believe, and receive. Thanks so much.